have one new message. Translating. Disney and Pixar's Hoppers is now available on Disney+.
You could say that again.
Critics are calling it Pixar's funniest movie ever and a wildly entertaining ride. Blizzard Potato. It's certified fresh and verified hot.
Now we party.
This is incredible!
Wow, I am clearing the rest of the day.
Disney and Pixar's Hoppers, now available on Disney+. Rated PG.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them, that's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
The name of the cat is Simba.
Yes.
And your name is Mustafa?
This is the plaintiff, Delrena Robinson. She says she and the defendant have been in an on-and-off relationship for years, and she finally came to her senses and ended things for good. The defendant was a lazy bum who never worked, sat around playing video games all day while she worked 4 jobs. Enough was enough. He owes her money for everything she paid for and is suing for $2,498, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, Mustafa Jackson. He says the plaintiff has plumb lost her mind because the things she's suing for are things that were purchased for their apartment. Her place burned down. She had nowhere to go, so he let her stay with him, rent-free. How she thinks she can now turn around and sue him for it here is downright laughable. He's accused of bad boyfriending.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
All right, Delrena Robinson, you are suing Mustafa Jackson for $2,498 in items that your ex-boyfriend has kept that you claim are yours. Tell me what's going on.
What happened was on October 2nd, me and him got into a heated argument, and then over my car, he wanted to hold. I told him
He
no.
wanted what?
He wanted to hold my vehicle.
Well, by hold it, what do you mean, borrow it?
Yes.
Okay.
And I had to go to work, and when I
How long had you two been dating?
2.5 years.
Were you living together?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you moved in with him, and you needed to go to work, and he wanted to take your car?
Yes, he claimed that he had some errands to do, but I told him no because he had the day before to do all that, but he chose to stay in the house and sit around and just play his Madden 2013.
His Madden 2000, wait, his video games?
Yes.
Okay. Is he working?
Yes, he's just working on about 2-3 days, but he claimed he be so tired from working 2-3 days that he can't do nothing else.
Were you working?
Yes. I work, at the time I was working 4 jobs then.
4 jobs?
Yeah.
How's there enough time in the day for 4 jobs?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a full-time job, 9 to 5, and I bartend. I used to bartend Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Okay.
4 different places.
4 different places?
Yes.
Okay. So was there a little bit of resentment over that with you and him?
Yes, because I felt as though that I shouldn't have let him hold my car because I worked so hard. But at the same time, I told him if I could sit up there and work so hard to get my car and go back and forth to work and everything, then he could do the same thing. He's just not self-motivated like me.
Okay. So you guys break up and what happens?
He told me to get out. I'm not going to be
because the apartment was in his name?
Yes.
So you leave, but your stuff is still there.
It still is. So he told me to make sure I remove everything. And he thought I wasn't going to be able to do that. So I quickly made a phone call, called my job and everything. And within like 2 hours, I went to go get me a U-Haul truck. And I got a phone call from my sister telling me that he done told the officers that none of the stuff was in apartment mines. And the only thing he brought out was my clothes.
Brought out your clothes, and then according to you, The following items are yours, meaning you brought them into this apartment?
Yes.
So it's a desktop computer, a 19-inch TV, a 37-inch TV, a 3-piece bar set, a reclining love seat, a reclining sofa, a water cooler, month's supply of water,
Yes.
and a cat. So what's up with the cat? Tell me about that.
The name of the cat is Simba. It wasn't originally mine at the beginning. It was my sister's daughter's
So the name of the cat
boyfriend.
is Simba.
Yes.
And your name is Mustafa?
Yeah.
For those of you who have children out there and have seen The Lion King. All right. So you're there and you're with the police and you have a U-Haul and they told you need to go to court and settle this in a
Yes,
civil
and I
court.
was showing them all my receipts. They said, that's good.
What receipts?
The receipts to my belongings that was in his apartment.
Right. All right. And so do you have the receipts with you here today now?
Yes.
Hand them over to me. And did you ever talk to him again after that?
Yes. I tried on numerous occasions after he called me, try to avoid coming to court.
Who called you?
He did.
He called you to try to avoid coming to court?
Yeah.
And said what to you?
He said that we both wasn't expecting to go this far and stuff like that. Got out of hand and stuff like that. So then I was like, I just want my stuff because I'm tired of the arguing and stuff and bickering and everything. The relationship is not growing. 2.5 years of nothing.
Right.
And I told him I just want my stuff.
And what did he say?
He told me no, I shouldn't have called the police.
That you shouldn't have called the police. So to punish you for calling the police, he was going to keep your stuff. All right. Are those tears?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I'm tired of going through. I didn't want to come here and do this.
Why do you
All I
think
do is just treat him right. He just treat me so bad.
What's going on?
A little different side of the story. The Arena's house we were staying together. She was staying together for a while. She had moved in before. Some things just wasn't working out, and she decided to leave. When she left, we started talking again and trying to build our relationship back up. We both the same age, and we felt as though we wasn't getting any younger. The Arena.
How old are you guys?
I'm 30.
Okay.
The Arena really is my first love. Like the first woman I really fell in love with in my whole 30 years. But the Arena apartment, even though we got our own issues, the Arena apartment had burnt down. I ran to her aid. That's how she got back in the place with me now.
Okay.
She called me and told me I rushed over there. The apartment was, the building was all terrible.
Did you actually get there while it was on fire, or like the next day?
I think it was just coming out. It was like just coming out. The smoke was still on there. The fire department was still there.
Okay.
Luckily, by the graces of God, none of her stuff was damaged. None of the things that was there. Then I asked Delreen, I said, listen, if you want to and you feel as though it's the best thing you could do, you can come and stay with me, but make sure that's what you want to do. So we agreed that she'd come stay with me. So when she came to stay with me, I said, listen, what you want to do with the things that you got here, because I have my own stuff. She said, I need a place to put it. I threw all my stuff out. Couch, TV, and all the furniture I had out for to replace, to put her stuff.
What did you do with it?
I threw it out. To put her, because she could bring
You
her
didn't
stuff.
sell it because it was nice. You threw it out because it was garbage?
It wasn't garbage, but it was,
Okay, so is that why you're keeping
was
her
in time.
stuff? Because
Yes,
you don't have stuff now?
No.
If she takes it? Because you
Oh,
threw it out because she was moving in?
Absolutely. And as far as the cat goes, she don't take care of the cat. I take care of the cat. We got 2 cats. I bought a puppy. I bought a puppy. We couldn't keep the puppy. So then I bought a cat. I bought a cat named Mittens. So when she leave, instead of keeping Mittens, she brought her own cat. Now I'm the only person to take care of this cat. If the cat box don't get cleaned by me, it won't get cleaned.
Wait, you're talking about the first time you guys lived together?
No, this is now. When she brought the cat. She came in with
you bought her Mittens, and then one day she shows up with
another
Simba.
cat. Yeah, she brought with another cat. Now the cats, to me, the cats are companions. They run around with each other.
Oh, the 2 cats?
The 2 cats are companions.
So you don't want to separate the siblings? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And I'm the one.
But you're not contesting that Simba's her cat.
I'm not contesting that.
You just don't think it's in the best interest of the cat.
I don't think it's in the. I truly don't believe it's in the best interest of the cat.
You understand that cats are property and that they're not children.
I understand. But
I know they're your children, but they're not really children.
I take care of them.
I'm sure you do.
Reenie don't feed them. She don't change the cat litter, nothing. I'm the one who do all that. I take care of them cats. Now the furniture, as far as the furniture go, I had to throw all my stuff out. So I asked her,
Did she make you throw the stuff out? Did you throw it out because your
No.
stuff was nicer? You know, when people live together, they make decisions, okay? They're not gonna have 2 couches in the living room. They're not gonna have 2 coffee tables in the living room. You sort of look around, you say, yeah, let's keep that one. And then let's sell this one because it's valuable. Or let's put it out in the front and hope the city takes it because it's garbage. You know, those are the decisions people make when they're living together. What does that mean? Does that mean that that magically is no longer her couch? I don't know that it does. You know, and it's not even like you're saying, all right, I'll give you half the money for this stuff because half of it became mine when you moved in. You're saying none of it's yours now. Tough. How's that fair?
I was doing that. That was my. Well, I was trying.
You trying to get her back? That's what's going on. That's why you won't give her the furniture.
I mean, if we're going through rough times right now, do I love her? Absolutely, I do love her. But we just going through rough times. I had to sit down and make some decisions upon my life too. I mean, like she said, we're not getting any younger. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I don't love her because I do. I mean, it just don't snap off and on like that. It just don't happen like that.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. If you're in a relationship and it's just not good, how long do you stick with it before you just say, hey, it's over? What do you think?
I think about a year. I think that's enough time. And obviously, if that person's not responding the way you need to see them respond to you, then it's time to move on.
1 year. What do you think?
It depends how the relationship was going from the beginning. If it's been all
It's just not very good. It's just not very good. Not developed.
Why would you stay in a relationship that's not very good?
Well, but at what point do you cut bait? But if you kind of like the person, but the chemistry isn't working out.
If you're smart right away, you don't wait.
2 days and you're out. Got your point. What do you think?
6 months. You need time to get over the emotions. You can't make an emotional, erratic decision. So I think 6 months.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
See, I got to tell you, if I love somebody, I'm not gonna, leave them without furniture or their cat. I'm just gonna give all that stuff to them and then make decisions about my life and move on. And then maybe one day that you can be together again. But I wouldn't leave them with no furniture and look at the cops and say, she don't live here, boom, close the door. I mean, that doesn't sound like love, does it? And that's maybe kind of her complaint. A lot of stuff was new, too.
Yes.
And just before you moved in with him.
And as you can see some of the pictures, I don't know, that some of the stuff I brought was still wrapped up from my apartment that I never got a chance to use.
Wait, when did you take these pictures?
When he had left out.
When he had what?
The day that I was moving out.
What is this a picture of? This is disgusting. Why are you showing me this picture of
just to show part of the fact that when I'm living with and he expect me to sit up here and clean up at them, he pisses in a bathroom sink.
I'm going to throw up, honestly. Yeah, that's what she took a picture of and handed to me.
Yes, that's just to show that he telling me that I'm coming home all day from work and I'm supposed to clean up stuff like that. Those are cigarettes that I'm paying half of the rent and he's smoking around in an apartment knowing it's bad for my health.
She knew I smoked before I moved. She moved in.
What?
She knew I smoked before she moved in.
I knew that, but
she don't clean. I clean. She don't clean. She don't.
Nobody
clean
cleans.
I clean. I clean when I'm there. I work night shift. She work the day shift.
I'm going all day.
She working 4 jobs?
She don't work 4 jobs.
What, she working 4 different places then?
4 different places?
No, she doesn't. She works a full-time job during the daytime and she bartends at night.
All right.
Okay, I work 4 to 12. I work 40. I work my 3 days a week and sometimes I work a double. And sometimes, so that's like 4, I work 4 days a week. And the thing I asked for a car is to go look for an interview. That's why I asked for a car. She wouldn't let me use her car to go. I mean, we're supposed to be together and I asked you to use your car to go look for an interview. She don't help me out of anything. We're supposed to be together. How we gonna help each other and grow if we can't? Like, I mean, you're my woman. I'm supposed to be a man, but I can't use your car to go look for a job or anything of that nature. And now she know I smoke, and for the cigarette, she know I smoked before she lived there. I don't want to clean up that. I clean up the hell all the time. She don't clean. I wash clothes. I wash so many panties. They probably think they mine when I'm in them. People probably think they mine. I'm at the laundromat. I wash so many panties. Girls probably think they mine.
I'm giving you the money to wash the clothes.
I wash. You know who wash her clothes? Her mother. That's who wash her clothes.
I give her the money to wash the clothes.
You guys aren't good for each other. Move on. You're young. You have your whole lives ahead of you. Move on. Find somebody who's better suited to you.
But how do you expect me to let him hold a car? When I first got in a relationship with him, I had a car. I was working 2 jobs then too. all he used to do was drop me off at work and then drive my car. Then
Go
when
get
I
your
come
own car.
home,
Work more hours. We'll get your own
when I come
car.
home,
It's
5,
fine.
6 o'clock.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to hear the justifications for this. You know, you feel like your car is your own, and he needs to work more hours and buy his own car. You feel like she's selfish because she doesn't hand her car keys over to you every day for you to do what you need to do. You guys need to find different people, and that's it. You're only 30. I know it feels old. I felt old at 32, particularly because at 30, when you're Cuban and you're not married, you are a spinster, okay? All right? But, you know, it's fine. You know, you'll both meet somebody else. So what I'm going to do, because I really do not want to have you guys have contact with each other again, is I'm going to come up with a figure that I think is appropriate. And I am going to take into account how young, how new some of these things are, and that some of them were wrapped up. And therefore, I am going to order that the defendant pay you the amount of $1,700 for the furniture. The cat is a thornier problem. I hear what you're saying. You're basically saying it's her cat. I know it's her cat, but I think I'm better equipped to take care of it. If it's not your cat, you don't have the right to say that. You can't. It's called theft. Simba is her cat, therefore property, and in the eyes of the law, if it's her property, you have to give it back to her. $1,700 verdict for the plaintiff, plus a direct order to return Simba. That's my verdict. Good luck, folks.
Let's find out how the defendant feels about the outcome of this case here. Step in right next to me here. What's your feeling on this verdict? What you got out of it?
I don't think it's pretty much fair, especially the fact that I'm the one to take care of the animal. She ain't even...
We understand the ruling there that the cat's her property and she gets it.
I understand. I mean, the law is the law, but, you know, I think I'm just a better fit.
You over her?
Not yet. I'll be over her, though. I could take time. I'm not going to say and lie like it's just going to be right now and it's over.
You think you're good for her?
No.
All right. Right around the corner this way, okay? All right, come on in. There were some tears earlier in the case from you. What are you thinking right now?
I'm just happy that everything is over.
Why is it so hard for you to see him in here and go through this?
Because he sits up there and knowing that how he treated me.
And when he stood right on the other side of the courtroom and said, I still love her.
Yeah, but if you love somebody, you don't treat them the way you treat them. Try to keep your stuff, ain't including my cat. You know, I worked hard for all my stuff.
You have any feelings for him?
Yeah, I still love him, but I've been doing good for these past couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I've been smiling more and everything else, so.
All right. Can you go your own way and, you know?
Yes, I could.
All right. Good luck with everything, okay? All right, over to Harvey.
I know this is uncomfortable, but if you are in a relationship where you move in with somebody and there are big ticket items like television sets or whatnot, and you know that, you know, the relationship could go either way, you have got to sit down and have an honest discussion saying, if things don't work out, who gets what? It is uncomfortable to do. You will avoid a lot of problems if you do that. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Fox One. Watch all 104 matches of the FIFA World Cup live in 4K for just $19.99 a month with 3 days free. Build your own multi-view, choose up to 3 streams, and follow player spotlights. Stay on top of every moment with live stats, highlights, and instant replays. The FIFA World Cup, streaming live on Fox One. Offers are subject to change. See fox.com for complete terms and conditions.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
This is the plaintiff, Carolyn Jeanette Stockton. She says she was in her car with her 5-year-old daughter in the parking lot of a coffee shop, and the defendant crossed a double yellow line, came through the exit, and crashed into her car door. Needless to say, the defendant was 100% at fault, but she still hasn't been paid for all she's been put through, so she's suing for the $1,540.54 she's still owed. This is the defendant, Delilah. She says she was pulling into a spot in the parking lot when all of a sudden the plaintiff flung her door open into harm's way. The plaintiff jumped out screaming, claiming she was going the wrong way when she wasn't. Besides, if she saw her, why would she fling the door open as she was pulling into a spot? She's accused of going in the out.
All parties, please raise your right hand. You're welcome.
Carolyn Jeanette Stockton?
Yes.
You are suing Delilah, you've asked us not to mention your last name, for $1,540.54 in expenses that you say you incurred as a result of Delilah's, according to you, negligence in driving into your car door. Tell me what happened.
I actually entered off of Laurel Canyon. I go every morning to this coffee shop at the same time. I pulled into the parking spot, turned off the car, have my daughter in the back seat.
How old's your daughter?
She's 6.
Okay.
Already getting out of the car. Next thing I know, Delilah's coming from the wrong entrance where it says "Do not enter," and swung left into the parking spot next to me, and hit the base of my bottom of my car.
Okay, come on over here and let's see if this will help me to understand how it happens.
Okay. So this is me?
Oh, you can pick whichever car you want to be.
Okay, this is Delilah. So I can only assume.
Where are you? Put yourself
I'm right
wherever.
here. I enter off of Laurel Canyon.
Enter then.
Enter.
Okay.
I park.
Okay.
I'm already parked in my spot. She comes this way. There's a sign that says "Do not enter," wrong way. She comes in this way, goes like this, and swings, and hits the base of my car door.
Okay, but how do you know? You're really drawing a lot of deductions. All you really know, that you know when you look at her, is she's in what position?
What I know is she came in from this
No,
entrance.
you don't. You would keep deducing it, but that's fine. I'll be the judge of that. What I want to know are the facts, not your deductions. So tell me where you see her car. Put the car. Actually, I think you're inside the coffee bean there. Maybe it's not really to scale.
I am inside the coffee bean.
Okay. Which is more efficient. But, all right, so your car door's open. Perfect.
Right, there's the car door.
So
open.
car door's actually open here.
So when she swung into the parking,
right,
she hits
that.
Correct.
Okay.
Not the inside of my door, but the base of my door.
Okay, and that's how she stops there?
Correct. She stops there.
Stop the cars? Okay. And then?
She backs up.
Backs up.
And then we started having.
And you talk.
And I said, well.
Okay, go ahead and go back to the lectern. Okay, so tell me what happened.
So then I got out of the car and I said, "What are you doing? You're coming in the wrong way." It was very heated, and my daughter was in the back seat, and I was saying to her, you're lucky my daughter didn't get out of the back, the car, because she usually jumps out of the car. You would have hit her. There was like this back and forth, and then I said to myself,
your 5-year-old shouldn't be jumping out of the car without you.
Correct. She shouldn't, but she does, because we go to it's the same routine we do every single day. But
look at what could happen.
Correct, and we've had this conversation.
All right.
And so there was a heated conversation back and forth, and finally I said, you know what? You give me your information, I'll give you my information, and we'll call it a day. That's it. I'm not going to have the screaming match.
Well, what was she saying to you?
She was saying, "You swung your door open. You swung your door open." I said, "If I swung my door open, you would have taken my door off, and you're coming in the wrong way." And she was very frazzled, and then proceeded to we had a heated argument, and then says, "You're right, you're right, you're right." She ends up buying my daughter a chocolate milk, paying for my coffee, telling my daughter it was my fault, I'm so sorry.
It was her own fault.
It was her own fault,
Right.
and had told me that she had hit somebody in the Trader Joe's parking lot the day before. So, and I thought we were done, and I apologized for the way that I spoke to her, because I said I wasn't raised like this. I should have never spoken to you like this, plus my daughter in the background. But it was, it was very heated. And that was the end of it. And we left, she hugged, and we went on our way.
And then you made an insurance claim?
And then I made the insurance claim.
To her insurance?
Correct. And then I was notified by my insurance that she had notified them that it was my fault. And I said, "How can it be my fault? I'm parked. I'm getting out of my car. She's entering the wrong way."
Here's why you always wait for the police.
Correct.
I'll get your side in a moment. But this is why you always wait for the police.
Correct.
Because the person who says one thing on the scene says another when their pocket is involved later.
Correct.
Okay? All right. You tell me, come on over here and tell me how the accident happened.
Okay. This is her, right?
Yep.
I'll move this here, because this is the spot.
Okay.
I came in. I'm over here. Okay? And, of course, double line. This is at 6:15.
In the morning?
And every morning I do the same thing she does. I go around, come here, go to the first street, make another turn.
Make a U-turn?
Yeah. Well, not a U-turn. I made a turn on the first street.
Tell me what you did. Show me what you did.
I made a turn, went into a driveway, one of the resident houses, backed out, went back
You're
in.
so full of baloney. No one's doing that at 6:15. No one in this is LA? Yes. I'm telling you, no one in LA is doing that at 6:15, but keep going. Go ahead.
Okay, and then I just come over here.
And then?
I guess she was here. I don't know.
Well.
And I came, it was a car here.
Okay.
I came and I parked here.
Okay.
Then I waited. I said, I got to take 6, 7 people's coffee. I'm not going to carry this. So this individual left.
So you saw a chance to go and park in a closer spot.
Right. So I back up a little bit.
But now this lane here where you're driving in this direction.
That's the entrance.
Okay, so you're going against the traffic.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Can't lie about that.
Can't lie about that.
And there was no...
It's 6:15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
could happen? What could go wrong? Go ahead.
And I do this every morning. Believe me, it's in LA. You do all the rituals.
Okay.
And then I come in. And as I come in, I have, she opens a door.
Right.
And I didn't know where she came from.
She came from the car.
But I didn't see her.
Her head?
Usually when you come, you'll see somebody.
Were you leaning down and picking up something? Or?
No,
Because I
was
would
exiting
see
my car.
something. I would see a head or something. You usually
Or it might
don't
just be
know-
an accident.
I'm not ready though. I did come in. I did back up.
Right, everybody's getting way too hung up on what happened beforehand. What matters is what happens here. You are backing up, going against the traffic, which you shouldn't be doing, and then you end up hitting the car door opening. You say you didn't see her, you don't know where she came from. You say you weren't invisible and you weren't leaning down. All right, so go ahead and go back. What did the insurance company, you both have insurance.
Correct.
All right, what did the insurance companies do?
So would you ever accept somebody saying, don't call the police, look, I accept blame for the accident, call you tomorrow, give you a check. What do you think?
I don't know this guy. I can't take his word for it. I gotta do the right thing, make sure I get what I need. I'm calling the insurance.
Anybody ever do that where you didn't call the police and you regretted it later? You're nodding.
I don't really regret it. It happened to me recently, actually, and it worked out okay. The guy gave me a lot of information about who he was, address, insurance. Seemed like a sincere guy, and it worked out pretty well in the end.
How do you do in Vegas?
I do great, always.
That's the thing. There you go. Going inside the courtroom.
My insurance company sent me the documentation that you said that her insurance company is only claiming 50% fault, even though they never looked at my car, they never came, they didn't do anything. And we went to arbitration. I said, that's fine, we'll take it to arbitration. Arbitration took it and said it was a he said.
Did you have a
she
choice
said.
on the arbitration?
I didn't.
Right. So what you're suing for here today are numerous things that I guess were not covered by insurance?
Correct.
Okay. Number one, you have a $1,000 deductible.
Yes, ma'am.
Her insurance company agreed to pay you $500 of your deductible?
My insurance company recovered 50% of the
Which is really weird, because if they're saying they can't figure out what happened, why did her insurance company pay anything?
I don't know. So I received a check for 50%. That's what it says on Mercury, 50%.
Did you sign something saying, okay, I won't sue?
No, I did not. I did not sign
They just paid you $500 and didn't make you sign anything.
Correct.
Do you have any proof that she signed something waiving liability with
Nothing.
your insurance
My
company?
insurance said
Okay.
they
So that's the
took care
first
of it.
$500 you're suing for. The next thing you're suing for is $14.21 that you're out of pocket for having to buy a new car seat.
Yeah.
Why did you have to buy a new car seat?
They said the state of California, whether you're in an accident or not, moving or damages or not, and you have a child in the car, you have to have a car seat replaced. So my insurance company did replace me
Paid
that.
for everything except
less the
for-
$14.
And why? Because that's like considered your deductible,
I guess,
part?
yes.
Okay. Interesting. I guess they don't want to find out that something is structurally wrong with the
Correct.
car seat. Sort of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a little nuts.
It's really a little nuts, 'cause when your car door gets hurt somehow, the car seat in the back
Correct.
that has
And-
a 5-year-old on it has to now be thrown away. It's a
Correct.
little ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Okay. And then a big chunk of this is a car rental from $12.19 to $12.29. That's actually money that came out of your pocket.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to allow a rental car for the 7 days to repair the car.
Okay.
I'm going to allow the amount for the car seat that you were charged. I'm going to allow your $500 deductible. I do find the accident to be your fault under the circumstances that were described here. And I'm going to allow $200 for lost wages. And that would end up being a total of $1,222.64. Verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Well, let's see what the defendant has to say coming out here. The plaintiff kind of gets the better of you in court. What's your feeling coming out here?
Well, I guess fair is fair. What else can I say?
You could say a lot of things. Why'd you go in the exit? And
well,
what are you thinking?
I went in the right ways, getting into a spot and getting out and getting to my spot that I needed to get into. That made the whole confusion that she thought I came in. I was there before she was.
All right, so it wasn't your fault. It was your fault.
It was my fault getting out and trying to park back into the spot.
Okay. All right. You satisfied how this finally comes out?
I am.
Your daughter was in the car. You didn't behave exactly like a grown-up there for a little while, did you?
No, sometimes we don't behave like grown-ups.
What'd you say to her about all this?
My daughter? Basically, I just said to her, you know, if you tell the truth, everything works out.
All right. Always wait for the cops, right?
Always wait for the police, yeah.
Okay. Harvey?
Well, here's the deal. Here's the way I see it. If somebody's dumb enough to accept blame at the scene of an accident, fine. Get it in writing, and then you can go on your merry way. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Hey guys, today I'm interviewing my cat about his perfect bistro food. Percy, you seem to be a big Perfect Bistro fan. Care to comment? Totally. What do you like about it? You love the high-quality ingredients? And the delicious flavors, of course. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Listen to Percy, guys. Visit perfectbistro.com to try it for your cat.
This is the plaintiff, Jade. She says she rented a room from the defendant. Then, less than 24 hours later, she got a bad feeling, had a change of heart, and told her she wasn't going to move in after all. As a precaution, she put a stop order on the check, but the sneaky woman cashed it before the bank was able to freeze the funds. Now the defendant refuses to return her deposit, claiming her son's girlfriend stole the check and was the one who cashed it. Huh? She's suing for $1,434, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, Farrah Velez Mills. She says it was fine by her when the plaintiff called and told her she had a change of heart about renting the room and told her she could come pick up her check. The woman never came, claimed the bank told her it was cashed, and after some investigating, discovered the check was stolen from her purse. The plaintiff needs to file a police report and go after the person who stole and cashed the check because she did nothing improper. She's accused of a premature cashing.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Jade, you've asked to be referred to only by your first name. You are suing Farrah Velez Mills for $1,434 that you say you are out as a result of her losing a deposit check she'd agreed to return to you. Tell me what happened.
I had decided I needed a place to live, decided to meet up with Farrah through a friend, or Farrah, to look at the place. I actually made the decision that I was going to move in, but I wrote her a check. I left the pay to the order blank because she wasn't sure if she wanted to deposit in her or her husband's account. And so then I had called her the next day and said, you know, I'm really sorry, but I can't do this. This isn't right for me. And she said, fine, no worries.
Now, okay, hold on. So you had made a decision. You were renting the place. And you were going to move in how much later than that?
Probably like the first of the next month. So
Which was how much later than that?
Couple weeks, maybe.
Couple weeks later.
A week or two, yeah.
And then you hadn't signed a lease. Were you going to sign a lease, or it was a month to month?
We were going to. Well, we were going to sign a contract saying, you know, that I had given her the money and.
Okay, so the next day you tell her it's not right for me, and.
Right.
And then you're like really nice and say, okay, I'll give you your money back.
Yeah.
Because it was now, if you give her the money, what day?
The 21st of April.
Right, so the next month is...
But she didn't call me back the next day.
Right.
She had texted me, oh, I'm so excited to move in. And I said, okay, fine, no problem.
So when does she tell you I can't move in?
Almost 2 weeks later, she calls me and says she's not taking the place. So I told her, okay, so come back and pick up your money.
Which was very nice of her, because other landlords would just say, too bad, so sad. I can't rent it for next month. You haven't given me enough time. I stopped advertising it. I stopped renting it. You owe me 1 month's rent and sent you packing, but you didn't.
Right, I didn't. No, and I said I wasn't going to cash the check or deposit the check until she moved in.
Right,
That's why
which
I
was
kept the
also
check.
something you didn't need to do.
Right, that's why I kept the check.
This will teach you, okay? So now what happens? When you say, I'll go,
it was the next day because I put the stop payment on the Monday the bank opened to just be sure that, the check wouldn't go through.
And when did the check get cashed?
The 7th of May.
But if you put the stop payment through on what day? On the
23rd.
Well, then if you put a stop payment through, how did the check get cashed?
I know. The bank, I fought with them about it for a while.
What'd they say?
They said because I hadn't filled out pay to the order, that they somehow let it slip through. And they couldn't.
No, that's nonsense, because by the time somebody's trying to cash a check, it's filled to the order of whoever it's filled to the order of.
Right.
A stop payment is a stop payment. They don't care who it's filled to the order of.
I know.
When you fill out a stop payment, they don't ask you.
Yeah.
Right. So what you're saying sounds like the bank is telling you, wait, what ends up happening, by the way? You go to give her back her check, and what happens?
She calls me and says, Farrah, did you cash the check? I said, no, I didn't. I said, when are you gonna come get it? She goes, no, someone cashed a check. I said, hold on a second, I got nervous. I said, no, the check is I had it in a wallet in one of my bags. So when I go and I look, I said, the check is not here. I got nervous and I was like, hold on. So I started digging all over my room. I said, I know I put it in a particular place. Then my brother came over. I was crying and nervous and stuff because this is her money. I had no intentions of doing that.
I know.
We started investigating between my son and his friend. They took the check. They deposited it into the girl's account.
The girl was
I didn't
the friend?
even know. Yeah, I didn't even know who the girl was.
Because you checked to see where that check got deposited.
Right. So
on the
she
back of the
came
check.
over, and I somehow got in contact with the girl. I was fighting with everybody.
And what'd the girl say?
She was like, "Oh, I didn't take the check. You're gonna see who did it." Nobody wanted to give me an explanation.
Yeah, but wait. You have her account number.
Right. So I told her.
Wait. Never mind what you told her. What'd you tell that friend of your son and your son when everything was up, because the account number's on there?
Right. I said, you guys have to come up with the money. Who has the money?
Wait. What did they say about whether they stole $1,400 from your purse?
No, everybody's washing their hands. I didn't do it.
No. You think I'm asking, did they come up with the money? What did they say about coming up with the money? I don't really care what that part. That part's your problem, not mine. What I want to know is when you confront your son and his friend or girlfriend.
A friend.
And his friend, did you actually have proof that she cashed it?
Yeah, because she brought over the check and showed me the name.
And you know the girl's name?
Yeah.
And so it was in her account?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have that evidence, and you say to her, what the heck? What is her response to you? I have your account number on there, you cashed it. What is her response?
She's saying I didn't do it.
So is the defendant responsible for what her kid does?
No, she's not. But she should have secured the purse.
Fair enough. Is she responsible?
She's not responsible, but someone's going to have to be to blame.
Responsible?
Yeah, she's responsible.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
She's just saying I
Okay,
didn't do it.
so then somebody insisted on making sure they rained $1,400 into her account without her knowing.
Right.
Okay, so tell me, just what did the police say to her when they took her behind down to jail?
They didn't.
Why not?
Because I told...
Did you call the police?
No, I didn't.
You know, it's funny, because the police are not very clairvoyant. They don't know a crime's been committed unless you report it. Why didn't you report it?
I never met the girl personally. I didn't
even
even know who
less
she was.
So what? So now explain to me why you didn't call the police on her.
I'm trying to investigate who the girl is. I don't know where she lives.
Great. Why don't you have the police do that? That's what they do best, investigate. So
then I
think that it's because you were very worried about your son's role in this.
I was.
And you didn't want your son to get arrested. Has he been arrested
I didn't
before?
mind him getting arrested,
Has he been arrested
to be honest
before?
with you. Yes, he has.
Okay, so is he on parole? Is he on probation? So we can't afford this? Okay. Wow.
But I told her to come with me to the precinct.
Everyone is nailing you. Everyone. You're getting it from all sides. You're getting it from all sides. And you're only going to stop getting it from all sides when you don't let everybody get you like this. Number one, you have a perfect right to look her and say, listen, dingbat, think before you decide you're going to rent the place. I now can't rent it, and I'm not giving you your money back. You have a right to say that. You didn't because you're a nice person. If you live in a house with a kid you can't trust for whatever reason, You don't leave cash in your purse, and that's exactly the same as cash. And if you find out that your son and his friend stole your money, you don't let them get away with it. But you enable them when you let them get away with it. You know? Right. Because you're like right in every respect. Everyone else around you is wrong and greedy, but not you. Not you, and yet you're the one who's going to end up holding the bag. It's so tragic. I don't want this to happen to you again. Please tell me you learned something from this. I don't understand why, because it's not going well for you right now. And I want to know that these two creep kids, how old are they?
My son is 20. He just turned 20.
They're grown people. I want to know that they end up paying for this. But I don't have a lot of faith because I don't think you're the kind of mother who's going to put them through it and her through it. I don't understand. I don't understand why you keep just taking it. You don't have to take it. Stand up and be heard, baby. And the problem is that legally speaking, you didn't have to return that money to her. But once you tell her that you're gonna, then you have to. Not because the promise is enforceable, because you could promise things and then change your mind, and that's fine. But promises that one side makes that the other detrimentally relies upon are enforceable. And the tenant didn't move in because you told her you'd give her her money back, so she thought everything was fine. Then the check doesn't even get deposited until 5/7. I don't think that stop payment you're showing me is a stop payment for this check.
They said that just because the name was on it, they didn't have all the correct information. I don't know.
Because when you filled it out, you didn't know what name would be in the payee.
Right.
So they didn't have enough information with the check number. Right. Apparently there's more than one check number that's check number 250.
Yeah, apparently I'm writing that.
You know how that always happens? That they send you the pre-printed checks and there's more than one check with the number 250 in the same few days? What the heck?
I know.
So unfair. You tell your bank to give you back your $34 if they couldn't manage to figure out what check number 250 was. I'm not going to order her to pay that. If you put in a stop payment and they didn't honor it, I cannot believe the audacity of charging you $34, which is what you amended your lawsuit to today. As for the $1,400, that's going to end up on you. And it's going to be up to you whether you're going to continue to allow the rest of the world to walk all over you or whether you're going to make these 20-year-olds pay for their sins. If I were in your shoes, I'd make a statement. My verdict is for the plaintiff in the amount of the $1,400.
Let's see what the defendant has to say. I couldn't help but notice that during the case, the tears started coming out. What for? What's the most upsetting thing about the whole thing? Behavior of your own son?
Yes.
You ready for some tough love there? What are you prepared to do?
I'm ready to put them in jail. Both of them.
Okay. Write down this word, Officer McIntosh. All right, come on in here. What's your feeling on the outcome of this case here?
I'm just glad it's over, I guess. I don't have much to say.
Change banks?
Change banks, possibly, yes.
What made you change your mind on that room?
It just wasn't the good fit for me. That's all.
Okay. That's it, Harvey.
Thing is, the defendant's responsible for the contents of her purse. She can go after the wrongdoer, but guess who the wrongdoer is in this case? The wrongdoer, obviously, is her son.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.